Alrighty folks, welcome back to another episode of Cornbrook Contracting with myself, Thomas, one half of the business. Jamie is currently elsewhere, he's just finishing up with some more grass work, and I am back over in Hillside. I'm actually in a field that we haven't been in quite some time, down by the river valley. You may recall actually I was carting hay away from over there in that little Dutch barn quite some time ago. And we are, well, we're putting a cover crop in onto some working land. Tony wants to get this run in a little bit, make it last for a little longer there. Get some, we're putting a mixture of oil radish in here with a little bit of vetch, a little bit of barley, just to give it a really nice little mix. So we're putting this in quite sparingly actually. We're putting it in a couple of, I think it's about 3 kilograms a hectare. 3 kilograms an acre, beg your pardon. And yeah, we're going to try and get covered. I've missed a bit there. But we're in the Massey as always, and we have a new toy in the back today. We are pulling the SMS LV5T200, I think it is, which is like a heavy roller with a kind of grass seed, air seed attachment on the front of it. So the idea being that we roll in the seeds that we plant and kind of cover them over nicely. It's working pretty well. It's a heavy brute to lug up this, even up this small hill. It's a real bit of a brute, but so far so good. I can't really complain too much, and it's a little bit of a change up to the harrows. For this, we want to try and get them covered over a little bit more and contain some of the moisture in there, because it's quite dry at the moment. And if we don't roll the grass, the ground down here, then the sun we have is going to bake everything. So the idea with the heavier rollers, it just kind of condenses any of the moisture that's in the soil, traps it in there, hopefully. So we are working our way through. We're not doing all too badly. We'll get all this done probably in the next few hours. We started nice and early this morning. We got up here by about 7:30 actually. So we'll get ourselves back across, and we're going to keep going, keep rumbling through. What we might do is, yeah, we'll probably just get all this finished. I think there's another field to do as well, field 6, which is just a field over the hedgerow there actually. So we'll get cracking through this one, and then we'll see how we're looking, and we'll come back and tackle the rest of it really. Elsewhere we've been busy on the hay. I think at the moment we have no more hay jobs in the pipeline. I think we're fairly covered there now. If I'm honest, we've done quite a lot though, but you never know, these guys that we do a lot of our contract work for, they always find a way to surprise us and keep us on our toes. So we'll very much watch this space with that. There's even going to be a little bit of last minute harvesting to do. We've got some beans coming in, and I think there's some very late growing spring barley. So Lord knows what condition that'll be in, but we'll have to see if we can get into that. But there's definitely some beans that are just about ready. Won't take much more if they're not ready yet, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on those. But yeah, we're keeping ourselves busy. We had Dave up here earlier. He was putting some cultivation work in for some more cover crop that's going in up on Hillside. And then yeah, Jamie at the moment is just busy working on with the rest of his, the round bale in there. I think we're all pretty much done in the books for that for now. There might well be some late second cut. Tony's really struggling for grass on Hillside here. He's got a big shortage, which is quite concerning. I don't know if he's going to see himself through the winter months, but we'll try and lend a hand where we can. Maybe we'll have to cart some bales in from somewhere, but I'm not sure what he's going to do on that front. Stocks are looking quite low. But we'll see. We'll keep cracking along anyway, and we'll have a chat with him and see if he needs any help with us. We're doing alright here. We're rumbling through. It hasn't got the biggest hopper though, so we're probably going to have to go and fill up again very shortly. But we'll keep pushing on. We'll see how we're doing, and we'll come back to you when we've made a little bit more progress. Well folks, we have a bit of a problem. Well, you can see we made a little bit of progress and kind of see where we've been, but something has gone awry. For some reason I can't lower the rollers down anymore. I lift them up, turn around on the headland there, and they are stuck up. So we're gonna have to let's take it up onto the hillside where it's a bit on the flat there. Have a look, see. I've tried lowering them, I've tried programming them onto the different spool valves, nothing. Tried using the manual spool valves there and not just on the joystick, and nothing. It's just not playing ball, and it won't lift up. It lifted up. It sounded like a little bit of a metallic bang, but I'm not too sure what that was. But yeah, now they won't move at all, and now they're also just being... They'll fold still, but they won't lower, which is most peculiar. So I think I'm going to pull onto the side here. Think I'm going to have to go down to the yard. Get a lift down of Tony. Hopefully he's around his yard somewhere. I don't know. Let's go have a look see. We'll shut off the engine though. Probably don't need that on. It could well be something simple, just a hydraulic pipe, but I couldn't see where it split, or I couldn't see any oil coming out of anywhere. So we've got everything's looking good here. Everything's coming through in one piece. No signs of anything. We've got a circuit box there, which again controls the flow coming through. That looks okay. I might have to have a look see around here. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go and get a toolbox, I think, have a look and see what's going on with this, and then we will, if we can gain some kind of idea, hopefully we'll get it fixed, because we need to get cracking. But we will leave it here for now. It's a long walk back, sadly, to go and get a toolbox. But that said, it is quite a pretty walk through here. Hopefully we can go and see if Tony's around, and he was feeding his cattle earlier when I came in. Lovely little path, this one, though. Very nice little pathway to walk through. We'll keep going. We're going to see if we can find anyone just to get ourselves all sorted out here, though. Back into the corner of kind of Tony's yards here. I think this was an old pig yard, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure if it's still used a great deal. But yeah, not too sure what's going on with that. Might have to bring our service trailer up actually on the back of the landing to see what's going on with it. But yeah, you can't hear him. He's usually rumbling around here in one of his tractors somewhere. God, he needs a pressure washer. Good heavens. Yeah, so he's not here. Well, we'll go and see if Jamie's finished, see if he's floating around the yard and give me a lift back over, because otherwise I don't know how I'm going to get back up to the yard at the moment. So we'll go and do that. We'll see if we can get someone to come and give us a hand here. We need to go and get the service trailer. So we'll catch up with you in a bit when hopefully we have a service trailer and an inkling of what's going on here. Well, welcome back, folks. We have been busy. We've been getting muddy, doing some pretty serious off-roading as well, if we're honest. I think we fixed the problem. We just couldn't, for a while there, I couldn't figure out where the blockage was, but it seems like we had a return valve actually on in here that was stuck for some reason. I don't know why it was stuck, but something, I don't know if it was a bit of dirt just got into it and stuck, left it seized wide open. Either way though, we couldn't get anything working with it at all. So we've had a bit of a clean out. It's been lowered and raised twice, so it's clearly fixed it now, or at least for now. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be for the future. But that's why we have a service truck. That's why we bring this thing in, just so we can try and do some fixes on the roadside where we have to. But what we're going to do now is pull the Land Rover forward, and then we're gonna hopefully that's it done. We can get cracking again. But yeah, we'll have to come back at some point. We'll either leave the tractor here, or we'll have to come back and pick up the Landy. But one of those two things will happen. Oh, get around that. There we go. We're gonna have to come out here at some point soon as well, because we need to fill up probably about an hour or so. Either way though, we're going to get cracking on. We're going to get rolling through here, see what we can do. Had another phone call coming through though that we need to go and get ready for some more hay ground that's come through actually. So we'll get straight back onto that one once we get finished up here. And then yeah, it's going to be another quick day of dropping off the rollers and then jumping straight on. Or moreover, what we're likely going to do is we'll just leave the tractor and roller here, and we'll take the truck down and just put it onto the back of the New Holland, or maybe even onto the fast track, and we'll go and get some braking done before we can get in with the baler. So that's probably what we'll do. I think it's going to be square bales, so Jamie can come in there and get those all done and dusted, I should imagine. Yeah, but we'll get the rest of this cover crop drilled and then we're good to go. So fortunately we were able to get that sorted nice and quickly there. It's always nice when it's a fairly quick resolution, and we kind of got through that, so we'll see how that continues to go. For now though, we're going to keep rumbling through, and yeah, we'll hopefully, like I say, this won't take too much longer. We're not going to get the other field done right now. We're going to leave that one and come back to it. All we can do now is just continue here, make some good progress, and we'll come back to you when we're all but done with a plan to move on. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you can see, we've got it all finished. It's a little patchy in places, but we'll get most of it caught up as we go around the headlands. We just had to put a little bit of extra seed in there not long ago, otherwise we just weren't going to quite get it all done. But we'll just get this headland rolled in. Kind of left the headland until last day just because I knew it might get turned up a little bit as we were rolling over it and turning around. So it shouldn't take us too long to get this all done. Get it all buttoned in and looking nice, and then yeah, like I say, we're gonna leave the tractor here. We'll come back and do the rest of it probably later on today. I want to jump in and get the rolling done, the raking done first for the hay ground, just so we've got something to run onto with the baler there. So that's what we'll be looking into. But yeah, like I say, we're making some speedy progress here. It's all very good. I might give Dave a ring, actually, see if he's around, because it'll be nice to stick the rake onto his little old Massey of his. It's a good little size tractor for a rake. So he's putting the 180 horsepower onto there. That's for sure. But we'll have a wait and see. I spoke with him earlier about coming in to do some work for us later on this week, so we'll have to wait and see if he's free. But yeah, as you can see, it's all looking quite tidy once we get it all buttoned in there nicely, which is great to should come through. Great thing about this cover crop we're putting down, like I mentioned there, primarily it's fantastic for compaction. The oil radish really does have a big root system to it, so it penetrates deep into the soil, which is always good to see there. And it does a much better job than a lot of mechanical subsoilers can, and you're saving both time and fuel and wear on machines as well, so that's always fantastic. So the idea is that we'll get a few of these fields done there. It improves the field compaction, increases the drainage as well, and also fixates nitrogen in the field, so you're saving money on future fertilizer applications as well. So it all works out for the better, really. Now with that in mind, we'll get this all tidied up here. Shouldn't take us too long. And then yeah, I don't know where we're going to park this tractor. I fancy we're just going to park it up at the main yard and just keep it out of the way. Find a little corner we can stick it into, and then we'll just yeah, we'll go and take a drive, really. But yeah, it shouldn't take us too long. Like some of the headlands down here, 2 passes should all but do it, really, just to get it nice and tidy. And that's looking all good. It's a little bit wet in some spots down here, just because we are quite close to the river. And there's a few little wet spots hanging around there, but nothing too extreme. It's not the worst I've seen around on this farm. This farm's actually dried out a lot. The land here is a lot better than it was in the spring when we were on. Good heavens, that was terrible. So I'm hoping that's going to continue there. We'll get around there. Excellent stuff. So we're looking mighty fine there. We've got a little bit extra to tidy up down here. We'll get that done. We're going to park the tractor up in the yard somewhere. I think we'll come back, get the truck, and then yeah, we need to go and see what we can do in terms of getting the tractor all set up. Go and do a little spot raking. I need to ring back Gav actually and see where some of the land is to be done, and we'll get ahead of that, because he left me a brief message saying that he needed me to come back in, needed us to come back in. Never quite let us know where though. So we'll go and have a look at that, see what we can find out, get the rake hooked up there, and we'll get ourselves up and away. So we'll see you in just a short while. Okay, so we've got everything finished. We're going to have to walk back down. Tony's disappeared out by the looks of things, but we've got plenty we can go and get cracking with. He's got quite a lot of machinery floating around here these days. A lot of mud still though. You can see he's tried to actually kind of fill this back up with some gravel and hardcore just to fill up the holes, but not quite worked out just yet. But yeah, it's a beautiful little track to come down here though. A really nice little thing. Now we're going to keep coming around this way past the old pig yard. I don't think that's been used for quite some time either, actually. Certainly not in the time that we've been working around here. That's for sure. And yeah, we're going to just chuck ourselves back into the Land Rover, where we can head back on over to our yard, hook up the... I think we might take the JCB actually, if Dave's left it, without anything on the back. But we first got to lug this pretty heavy service trailer up this hill. So we'll just take it slowly. Hope we don't get stuck in any of this mud anywhere. And yeah, we should be good to go. So all being well there, we'll get ourselves all settled up. I think I had a quick chat there with Gav on the phone there. I think we've got about 20 acres of hay to do. Not a great deal at the moment there, but it's enough to keep us working. Oh, that's a lot of mud. Good lord. Splashing right up over the front of the bonnet of all places. So 20 acres of hay, it's not going to take us a great deal of time to get that all raked up there, but it's something for us to keep working on with anyway, and we'll get that done. It's going to be probably second cut hay at this stage, so likely not to be all that heavy either. So we'll get a few bales, but not a lot. But anyway, we'll get this on back over to the yard there. We'll get ourselves set up, and we will move on with the rest of this hay. We shall return with you though later on in the week. We'll be back with some more work. Who knows what we'll be getting up to? We'll have to wait and see what the phone's doing. But we'll see you then. So until then, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I have been Thomas. If you have enjoyed the recent episodes of Cornbrook and Dragon, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation and of course Virtual Farmer, who hosts all of Jamie's vlogs. And we shall see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.